Bonjour, guys.
Bonjour.
Well, we're in like the Swiss part of Switzerland. No, the French part of Switzerland.
Oh.
The Swiss part of Switzerland.
Wee wee poo poo.
Oh my God. I thought you were actually going to say that today when you said something about speaking French. I don't know. I thought you were about to say it. I knew you were going to say it at some point eventually.
Yes. Do you think I'm a child or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mentally 12.
Mentally 12.
Peter Pan never grew up. Hi guys. We are in St. Maurice. Not St. Moritz, St. Maurice. It's a small little town. We're here with Patrick, who we worked with last year, and he bought me wine, and I haven't even opened it yet, so I thought I'd do an unboxing.
You sure it's wine?
It feels like a wine bottle.
Sure.
I know what wine bottles feel like. Very, very familiar with
Bottles? How do you know it's wine?
Well, because he knows I like wine. Everyone knows I like wine. It's like everyone knows that.
Oh, would you hurry up? Everyone's getting bored waiting. Why are you trying to be pretty with unwrapping this? Nobody's going to use the paper again. Or are you going to take this back to Australia and use it for Christmas?
How I was brought up. I don't know.
How you were brought up?
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, what?
It's got a fancy label.
It's got a fancy label.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. Vins des Chevaliers. I'm probably butchering that.
So why is it a fancy label? Because it's
look
gold.
at it. It's fancy.
It's fancy.
Show people that are in YouTube land. Look, tell them that's not a fancy label. Oh, it's probably out of focus. But anyways, it's fancy. Now I have to...
Did you focus this?
Oh, no.
Oh, you idiot.
Oh, it's in autofocus.
Oh, well, you're like, no, it's all right. It just...
I can change it to manual.
Well, you can see, you'll see if it's on me or not. What do you... Oh my God, you're a disaster. This is what she's like every time we travel.
No, I'm not.
You're not a disaster.
I have been so good.
Did you check that it's not focused on the hills behind us?
I'll change it to manual focus.
No, just check it.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's on you.
All right, that's fine then. It's fine. We're not going to have a person walk into the background.
Well, I'm here and I'm blurry and you're...
All right, that's fine. Well, so when you put your wine there, did it sharpen?
Nah.
No.
That's all right, doesn't matter. Anyway.
You sure?
Anyways.
There's lots of headroom. But that's right, they can see the hills.
Yeah, we wanted to see the mountains.
With the sound of Bec.
Sorry, that was a really chaotic intro.
Oh, now yes, this is fun. Watching Bec trying to open anything in the world, including doors. Yes, this is not very entertaining for people who are going for a jog. And she's going to cut her fingers off now.
Oh, I'm trying to get the... There we go. So
there
I've got
You got the what?
I got the little top of it off.
Oh, you're getting rid of that bit of skin again.
Yeah, you need to. Remember the first time I tried to open a cork wine, I didn't do that and you laughed at me.
Is that like the other bit of skin you lost?
No, I don't want to share that
No,
story.
we won't share that story. In-house jokes. There's nothing worse than having an in-house joke and not telling people the story.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't make them. You're the one who does.
All right, but could I drop some hints? No, I won't. I promise not to.
A little too personal. Everyone's minds are going to be wondering.
I know.
It's fine.
No, a couple more twists.
Yeah, I know. I'm still too... Ow.
And if anybody's watching this in Technicolor, you'll notice Bec has white gloves on. Because she only tanned to her wrists.
Well, I screw my fans up every time and I look like weird. All right, and then...
All right.
I think I've done it really wonky. You might have to fix this. What is this?
I don't think I've ever not had to fix this. In fact, I don't think you've ever been able to open a bottle on your own.
I have. Give me a little bit more credit, please.
All right, so you've already cut your finger.
I can't cut it on that. Ouch.
Sorry, everybody, for the boringness. While if I don't do
well,
it's
you
like
talk.
watching Lego.
Well, you talk.
I talk.
Well,
I am
I
talking.
do.
Well, while you're doing that, without killing anything.
Oh, there we go.
What I might do is I'm going to get my iPhone out and I'm going to put it into video mode. And what I'll do, I'll actually edit this little bit of video so I can show you a little bit nicer where we are. So
God, I'm good.
I think that's the servants' quarters over there. And
not.
we come
It's a,
round
like-
here and that's the hotel.
Oh,
And there's hot springs behind there. And then we've got the Alps.
I did it.
Oh, there's a little bit of snow. I don't know. It's very hard to see. We've got a river running behind us and we've got a nice little garden. They've got lots of robot lawnmowers next to churches. Anyway, that's our tour.
Oh, I cut my finger real good. It hurts. I did it. I'm so clever. I'm like
You're slow, clever.
I'm so clever. Like I'm like the most cleverest. So what am I drinking? I'm drinking a Pinot Noir 2018.
Yeah, somebody has asked you need to give a wine review on this.
I am, even
Go
though
for
I
it.
couldn't really pronounce it. So it's a 2018 Pinot Noir from, I've already tried to say that, Vins de Chevalier.
That'll do.
Yeah, cool. I don't know where it's from. It sounds French. It might be from Switzerland. Who knows? Does it say where it's from?
Made in China.
No, it doesn't say
It
that.
does.
No, it's a Swiss wine.
It's a
All right.
Swiss wine.
Let's just see what it smells like. Red wine.
It's 13.8%. And
The tannins.
I knew you were going to say that. That's the best you could come up with.
No, it's nice. It's nice and light. It's got a good mouthfeel.
A good mouthfeel.
I just like saying mouthfeel. No, it's nice. I really don't know much about wines. It's just a nice Pinot Noir. Like, it's really nice, actually.
Nice. So it doesn't have any sweaty sock or
No, there's no sweaty sock
no
to
mushroom. Any oysters in there?
No, I mean,
cherries. Is there cherries in there?
I don't know. Sometimes I read wine labels and they say there's hints of cherry, and I'm like, sick. I love cherry flavored things, and then I drink it and I'm like, it tastes like wine. I'm not getting cherry. Sometimes
The palate.
I can
The
tell.
palate. The palate has been destroyed by goon.
No,
Yes,
like-
it has.
Like, I know when, like, certain Chardonnays, I can tell when they have an oaky finish, and
An oaky finish.
an oaky finish, like it's
A
like oak,
finish.
you know.
So that's when you're drinking complex wines, is it?
It's just certain Chardonnays have an oaky finish, whereas
You've read that somewhere, haven't you?
no, but then I tasted it.
You
I was
heard
like,
somebody say that.
But then I was like, I agree, it has an oaky finish.
So what does an oak taste like? Have you
just-
ever eaten oak before?
No, but like
How do you know what an oak is then?
because okay, I heard someone say it, and then I had a Chardonnay that someone said had an oaky finish, and then I was like, okay, I'll remember that taste. And now when I have one that has that, I'm like, oh, that's that thing.
And good. There's a good chance it meant it was in an oak barrel. Oak is
Probably.
a wood.
I know, but it's got an oaky finish.
An oaky, it's like an oaky dokie, or it's an oaky pokey finish. And turn around.
I know what it tastes like, and I like saying it. It makes me sound sophisticated. This is a nice, very easy to drink Pinot Noir.
With an oaky finish.
It doesn't have an oaky finish. I don't understand the fruits thing.
You've eaten a prune before.
Yeah, but I just don't get the hints and the notes. I don't get that, but it's nice. It's nice for like this kind of weather. It's probably like what about like 22 degrees. It was sunny before, but I'd say this is something you would drink in this kind of weather, where it's still a little bit warm. It's not too cold. It's not like
You should sit on an oak bench. So finding itself a nice little oak
We
bench.
have.
That's not oak.
How do you know? Oh, you actually do know things about plants.
No, I just lie to you a lot.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we made it here. 27 hours or something from Melbourne to Zurich.
Something like that. I think
Or
it took
some-
us 16 hours to get to Dubai, and then we were in Dubai for like 3 or 4 hours, and then it was another 6 hours here, so however many that is.
The funniest thing out, I've never seen this before. The first leg of our journey, I think Bec drank 1 glass of champagne. That's it. That was it. She comatose. Even the hostess came round And I got you a red wine, and the hostess came back half an hour later and said, "Oh, we better take that way. We've got some turbulence and it might tip over her." I said, "That's all right. That's like perfume."
I was tired. We left at like 2:30 in the morning. I was tired.
You was tired.
I wanted to just sleep, and so I slept.
Yeah, I know.
I know, and I
slept.
was really annoyed because I ordered the spaghetti bolognese and a red wine, and I was really excited for that. And then I fell asleep and I didn't get it. And then the rest of the food, I wasn't really that impressed with. It was the only thing.
Oh, talk them down, why don't you?
Well, I'm sorry. I was not impressed.
So what is your overview of the plane?
Oh, yeah. So my overview of the plane, because
She didn't get upgraded, so she's not happy.
I don't know. It's fine. Like, business is fine. But I just... I had a little minor hissy fit because it wasn't the A380. We were on the 777. And I am just a sucker for that A380. I like the big boy plane. I like the little... I just like it.
You like the bar, but you slept the whole first leg, so it didn't matter if there was a bar or not.
I wouldn't have slept if there was a bar. I was sleeping from depression. I was having a depression sleep because I wasn't on an A380. No, it was fine. It just... The seats don't go fully dead flat. I had to sit right next to Peter. I didn't have like my little kind of cabiny thing that you get on the A380 in business. You know what I mean? Like, you have that little like bench next to you.
But what do you want the bench for?
Separation from you.
We had our little up and down screen that you broke. You did broke it.
You broke it. You were the one being a silly bugger with it.
No, it's
yeah,
not me.
I have video proof.
You
on my
set
TikTok
it up.
That
she lies.
started.
Anyone who looks at her TikTok, she lies a lot.
I do
She
TikToks
weed
now.
on the carpet and
I
the
did not
plane
weed
and
on
said,
the
"I
carpet.
spilt my champagne."
Peter spilt his welcome champagne,
Yes.
and then he was playing with the thing, and then it broke. But I don't know. Like, I mean, it's still business class is still nice. Like,
So
you know,
flossy.
I just prefer the A380.
Just doesn't have the after oak
It
notes.
doesn't have an oaky finish. Is all I'm saying.
No, it's the finish they have in the Emirates planes and not so much oak. The type of wood it is.
Is it more of a pine?
Yeah, it is. I do know what it is, but I can't remember. There's a type of wood that is, but anyway.
Oh.
You broke this good, didn't you?
No, that's just how it came. Yeah, see, it's confusing.
No, that's good. Anyway.
Anyway, but no,
Anyway,
I was
so-
telling my.
yeah.
Oh, no, it's just no. You go.
No, go.
I've done enough talking nonsense. You go.
So you're making out that I'm going to talk nonsense?
No, I mean I've talked enough nonsense. You can talk about like serious stuff.
Oh, I don't know if I've got anything.
Oh, okay. Well, then what were you going to say though? My thumb is still bleeding. It really hurts.
Well, I was going to say we finished our very first workshops. They're all done, and it was fun. It's really funny. There was a couple of funny things that have happened. That Bec's already forgotten. So I think what on the first plane run, as we're getting off the plane, the head hosts. What's the male?
Flight attendant.
Flight
I just say
attendant.
flight attendant.
Can't you call them hostesses?
You can call it host or a hostess.
Host.
But,
All right, host. Commented on my t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
And then Bec said, "Oh, we're going to count how many people comment on your t-shirt." Then we had a stopover in Singapore, and we then had to got herded into this other stupid area we had to see because our plane needed petrol. You would have thought they'd put a bigger petrol tank in it. I don't get it.
If it was an A380, we wouldn't have had to stop.
I know, it's silly.
That's why I like the big boy plane.
And then some little person came up to me and said, "Have you got something you can put over the top of your t-shirt?"
Because we are nervous about you
flying into Dubai. It's actually a little bit funny.
But what made it even funnier is that it was your shirt that's got the 4 Natashas on it, and you call that your customs t-shirt.
Get through customs free. Yeah, it's normally the customs people are too busy looking at my t-shirt and just want to talk about my t-shirt. They don't want to give me their 50th degree about what I'm doing.
And then you got told off, and then there were people sitting next to
I
us.
didn't get told off. No, he said, They were worried for me.
And then the people sitting next to us in the holding lounge.
They were from Canada, weren't they? I think they were.
Yeah, they were.
They were from Canadians. They were Canadians.
They were Canadian.
Yes, and they just
And
shook
they were
their
like,
head like,
"What's the
problem?"
And then we had nice chats with them. I had a good laugh about that actually.
Yeah, it was quite funny.
And then we went to Dubai and nothing happened.
No, I completely ignored it. Yeah.
It's fine. It was good, funny. And what else? You said there was a couple funny things that I've forgotten. I haven't forgotten. I remember all this. I just don't know which ones you're going to bring up.
Well, you didn't bring them up.
No, I said which ones you're going to because you said there's a couple. So I thought you had a few stories you were going to share.
Well, you getting recognised in Old Town in...
I didn't. You got recognised.
You got recognised. You were all excited. You jumped around going, I'm famous, I'm famous. He came up and said, are you Bec Paws? And Bec goes, yeah, I don't have a pen. Do you have a pen? I'll give you my autograph. That's what you said to him.
Please don't listen to this crazy person that employs me.
I was wrong. You said, give me $5 and I'll give you my autograph. Yes, you did. And it was $10 if you want a selfie with me. I distinctly remember that. I will hold your wife's baby for another $10. And if you want me to breastfeed her, that's going to cost you $20. If you want to watch, it's a Ferrari 488. That's exactly how it went. I would never, ever lie. I wouldn't stretch a story ever.
Oh my God. We were out shopping and we were walking and some lovely gentleman was with his kid and he was walking and he looked at us and he kind of like did a bit of a double take and he was like, I know you.
No, he didn't. That's not what he said.
What did he say then?
He said, are you on YouTube? That's what he said.
Oh, okay. Wow. He stopped.
And I said, no, she's got her OnlyFans sites. And she's got a Ferrari site. Which one did you go to?
He stopped you and said he knew you from YouTube and he was a sports photographer and then you guys talked about cameras for a little bit and then he went on his merry way and it was really cute and nice.
Well, it's cute. But it was the good thing because like this is my 7th time to being in Zurich. So we got into our first hotel that we stayed 3 or 4 times. I think I've stayed there 4 times. And the barman saw our reservation and upgraded our rooms. And he was there waiting for us to check in. And we had a quick drink with him, went up there and he had a present in our room for each of us. And then we went to the beautiful Italian restaurant. I can't remember the name.
And then Da Angela.
Da Angela. And one of the waiters comes, you've been here before, haven't you?
He's like, I remember you from last year. Yes. We come here every year.
We must really look weird. People tend to recognise us from... Yes, I was here 17 years ago. Yes, I remember you.
Well, we do.
You still had that shirt on.
We do have kind of token looks. Like, you're always in your New Balance and your jeans and your T-shirt.
There's other people in the world that wear New Balance.
Stop picking on me. I'm just saying that's...
In fact, Fashion Week in Paris last year featured New Balance.
I'm just saying that's what you wear.
I'm on point.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's what you wear.
Yeah, well, I don't want to wear oak, all right?
That's fine. I'm just saying.
You're picking on me again.
I'm just pointing out your signature.
I'm feeling very sensitive.
Oh my gosh. I'm just pointing out your signature look.
We've only got 8 weeks to go, isn't it? Hey, imagine what our last podcast before we get separated. It's going to be really funny.
Hey, we should finally, because Jared will be with us, we should finally do one with him because...
Oh, yeah, last time that happened, you two went off and sunbaked in Bali together.
No, we didn't. We and you did the podcast and he called his mum.
Oh, he's sunbaked in Bali.
He was calling his mummy.
His mummy?
Yes. We should do that because people were like, we want a Jared reveal. I can give them a Jared reveal.
Well, we could do that and then the first one I do when I get home, I can do it with Sheree.
That'd be cute.
Sheree and I doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to just hear about our grandson and our grand whatever to be is that's coming and what cake she made.
That would be really cute.
Really cute.
It would be. Where were we? You
anyway,
distracted me.
I was just going through that and then we we get into St.
You did the thing that you'd say that I did. You interrupted me. I was trying to say something and you distracted me.
Right, finish it.
No, don't. Yeah,
No.
I don't know. I've lost it now.
Well, that's your fault. This is payback for the tannins and the oaks. I just lost mine too now. Both. No. So then we get to St. Maurice and Patrick picked us up, and we get into our hotel rooms and we have little presents.
Yeah, I got presents, and Patrick got me. So
And Bec got upgraded to this beautiful room. Of course, Bec got upgraded.
Well, I didn't ask for this. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. But Patrick got me. So I really love this brand of chips, and you can only get them in Switzerland. And so he got me my favourite chips. But he's got them personalised. Are you going to tell
them what they are?
They're paprika chips.
Right, so nobody knows what chips you're talking about, so they can buy some for you and send them to you.
Paprika chips. I can't pronounce the brand. I don't know. I don't know what the brand is. I just know they're the paprika chips that you can only get in Switzerland, and they are like the best things ever. So he got me those, but then he got them personalised, so the label has me, like a photo of me on them. It's really cool. I should have bought a packet.
Except they stuffed it up. They cut your feet off in the photo.
Oh, well, now that was the stupid photographer that took the photo. It was his mistake. What a dumbass. Won't shoot with him again. Who cuts feet off?
Yeah, who would do that? Sorry?
Never go to one of his workshops.
There goes your company car. You're going to have to ride a bike. In fact, that's going to be really funny. I just found out that Becca's going to ride a bike for the first time in her life.
No, not in my life.
When did you ride a bike last?
When me and my mum were in Central Park in 2017.
No, that was a wheelchair. There's a big difference.
No, we rode bikes. It was Mum's great idea. Mum was like, let's get bikes and ride around Central Park. And I'm like, oh, we could just walk. And she's like, no, I want to ride a bike. And so we got bikes, and I'm riding, and then I turn around and I'm like, Mum. And Mum's forgotten how to ride a bike because she hasn't ridden one since she was like 12. And so it was
I would have thought that would have been the last time you rode one.
No.
You're not really a bike riding looking person.
I couldn't ride one for the longest time. You're not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised. Any money you sat on it back to front and didn't know what to hold on to.
No, it took me a really long time. And I was always really embarrassed. And then all of a sudden one day I just, like a duck to water one day, I just picked it up. And
did you just get there and fall over sideways?
I just couldn't balance.
You can't ride a bike after a bottle of red.
I was like 11.
Exactly. You can't ride a bike after a bottle of red.
I did actually start drinking wine. Well, not like smashing wines, but I did start getting little glasses when I was about 10. Well, I was curious. My parents were drinking it, and I was like,
You were curious.
My parents were drinking it, and I was 10, and I was like, what's that? And they're like, wine. And I was like, can I have some? And they're like, she's not going to like it. Waiter, can we just have like a little tiny like mouthful in a glass for our daughter? She wants to try it.
And you emptied the bottle.
That's nice. And they're like, whoa. Like, what do you mean? Most kids try this and hate it, and our one likes it. I didn't smash wine, so I just had a little mouthful at dinner with my parents.
I think I had my first beer at 5 or 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Well, my grandson had his first beer at 1.
Oh, you see, I'm not that bad. 10's acceptable. Anyway, you were talking about my bike ride because me and Jared are going on a bike ride around Munich.
Put it this way, I used to do a lot of... I'm not one of those people that got on roads and abused people.
Cyclists.
Most of my bike riding was off-road. Before they even had such a thing called off-road biking, we used to mod our bikes, extend the forks. I think the best one, I had something like 2 or 3 metre long forks off my bike to make it like a chopper. And I was going down this really steep part of Canterbury Road where my house is, and I got speed wobbles, and the forks broke. I'm on my back wheel, and I knew as soon as it came down, I was just going to go head over.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no. Yeah, see, I don't think I'd be comfortable on a bike now. Because I used to do a lot of skateboard riding. The other day I jumped on the skateboard as a joke and nearly killed myself. I didn't fall.
You used to skateboard?
Yeah, heaps. But not the type of skateboarding they do now. Proper skateboarding.
What do you mean proper skateboarding?
We used to see
Like
how
Tony Hawk.
fast we could go down straight.
Tony Hawk is proper skateboarding.
And we used to do the hang 10. We used to do the Jesus. Front, up on toes, down the hill like this.
I
If
don't know
anything
you were
went wrong, you just face planted. Your hands were here, you never got that time.
Proper.
And we used to do that down steep hills.
You just don't strike me as a, like, skater.
No, they weren't called, well, they were, but they were. Well, see, I did surfing and skating. And,
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't
when I
know
was a
you-
kid.
I didn't even know this about you. You learn something new every day.
We used to build billy carts. I used to go go-kart racing.
See, like, I can picture you doing that. I just couldn't picture
Anything
you.
that went fast. If I go fast on anything, I did it.
Wild. I just didn't see this in your, like, timeline.
Didn't you?
No.
We did some pretty stupid things.
Well, you still do that.
We used to say back in the day.
Back in
They used
my
to
day.
have line up witches' hats on really steep things, and you'd literally go down the hill zigzagging between them, like sailing in between. Well, we didn't have witches' hats, so we put beer bottles on the road. And if you
course.
came a crappie, you land on the beer bottle, you end up with stitches.
Oof.
Yeah, it happened a couple of times.
Oof. Brutal. It's like
Brutals.
very brutal.
Yeah, but I've done lots of things in my life, and if I can't get good at it, I stop.
And
Or if I get too good at it, I
you
stop because I get bored.
Yeah, I was about to say, then why did you stop golf? Because you got too good at it.
No, because I couldn't get good at
I
it.
thought it was because you got too good at
No,
that.
if I got too good at it, I'd be a millionaire.
Oh.
I'd be a Tiger Woods.
Oh, I thought you stopped that because you got too good at it.
No,
You said it was boring.
no, it was. It was supposed to go
Didn't
out.
you win like heaps of awards and stuff?
Yeah, but that was only because when you start, there's a handicap thing which brings everybody to the same level regardless how bad you are.
Oh.
So you got to give them a stroke, not a pat. No, it's not that sort of stroke.
Giggity.
No, it's I got to give Bec a lesson about golf. So there's a thing called a par. Have you heard of par?
Yeah, no,
Right.
I've done mini golf. I know what like birdies and pars and.
All right.
Is there like an eagle?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I do mini golf. I got a hole in one actually.
In mini golf.
Last time I played it, yeah.
Right.
I'm
Falling
big-
down and sitting on the ball doesn't class as a hole in one. But no, so just say we've got a golf course here and it's a par 3, right? So you get someone who's really good and their handicap might be 1.
So their par gets minus by 1.
No, if their handicap's 1, it means they get 1 extra stroke for the day. Right,
Oh,
mate,
so
let's
they
make it
okay.
easy. So
no,
golf
I'm
course
following.
is 18 holes.
Yep.
If you've got a handicap of 18, it means you get an extra stroke on every hole.
Okay, yeah.
All right?
I'm following.
And if you're really, really, really good, you might be 0, which means you have to play to the course. And if you're really good, they give you -1s, which means it might be a par 72 course. You have to get round in, say, par 70 just to equal the course.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense because I do mini golf and I'm really good at it.
Right, so I got all my awards because I was really crap,
Okay.
right? So, and I had a handicap which was outside. Club handicaps could go higher than national handicaps. So my handicap was sort of like 27, because I only just started sort of thing. And
You did it.
I went and saw someone for a little bit of coaching that changed my swing a lot. And then for about 3 or 4 weeks, I just went to driving range every night on my way home from school and hit a bucket of balls, as you do. And so I went back, and over the next
Strokes and buckets of balls.
strokes and buckets, yeah. Next 3 months, my handicap ended up at 9. So I've come down a lot, but I was always winning all the awards because I was too high a handicap.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But then I could never get it below 9. That was it. That was the end of me.
And then so you were like, giving up.
Giving up. Didn't matter how much I practiced. Didn't matter what I did. I had a really good short game. Yes, you've got no idea what I'm talking about. But my long game was either amazing or crap. So short game's around the green. Like a mini golf. The pit, putt and that stuff.
Which I'm really good at.
So the driving, if I was hitting them well during the day, I was very long hitter. We had to be slightly off, and I was a very wide hitter, like across 3 golf courses.
Oh my God.
Anyway, yeah, it was one of those things that it ended up not being enjoyable, and it was the only reason I was doing golf was to relax up, because I was running my stupid, hectic, frantic business. I needed a day of relaxation, and it certainly didn't end up being that.
Well, see, I was scared because, I mean, I'm a little bit the same. Like, if I don't get something right away, I tend to just crack it and don't do it again. So it's like the one time I strayed away from iPhone and I got an Android, I didn't know how to customize it right away. And
that's not a sport.
No, but I'm getting there. I threw it across the room because I didn't know. Like, it's a similar. Like, I didn't get it, so I threw it across the room and I was peed off because I didn't know how to
because your
customize it.
boyfriend made you not get an apple.
He didn't make me. It was my own decision, and I didn't understand how to customize it right away, and I cracked it because I didn't get it right away. So I was really scared that when we were DJing the other week, I wasn't going to get it right away, and I was going to crack and be like, nah, not interested. I don't want to do it, because I kind of tend to, like, if I start playing a new video game and I don't know what to do right away, I tend to not want to play it. So if we start playing a new video game, I always do the tutorial levels so that I can learn what to do. Because Jared knows if I don't do the tutorial levels, then I won't play the game anymore. I'm not a princess.
See what I have to put up with.
I'm not a princess, I promise.
Imagine me getting her to use a new program at work.
I'm fine. I'm fine to learn things. I just need to get it. Like, as long as
that's very rare.
No, it's not. I get things. What do you mean? What have I not gotten in the last recent?
Oakiness taste in wine. You've never eaten oak. I don't know.
Well, don't just make outlandish comments like that if you don't have an example. I'm
certain if I could think, I would.
Well, don't make outlandish comments.
Would you want me to dig them all up then?
No.
No.
Well, maybe, yeah. Go.
MYOB.
I figured that out. I knew the buttons. I knew the buttons to push. I still know the buttons to push.
And you still know that was $35,000 out of balance.
I did the buttons that I was told to push.
I did my reconciliation every month and ended up $35,000 out of reconciliation. And 2 accountants haven't found out how you've done that yet.
I did exactly what I was told to do. I was told, you do this.
Blame my ex.
Yeah.
You're the first person to attack that poor girl. All the hard work she did training you up to the job, and all you can do is blame her.
I'm just saying I did what I was told to do. I was told you do this, and then you push these buttons, and then you do that, and that's what I did. And then we were $35,000 out on the books, and I have no idea how it happened because I was just doing what I was told.
But she got it to reconciliate every month.
Yeah, but every month I did reconciliation.
I know,
and it said
not
0.
even the accountant can work out how you did that. They still can't work out what you did. And then we've got a bookkeeper who charges $600 to fix it. He still hasn't worked it out.
I just did what I was told.
All right, so do I keep going or are we stopping? No, I'm not going.
Look, I honestly have no idea what I did there. I just did what I was told. It's not my fault.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It said 0 every month. That's what I was told. You told me, well, as long as it says 0, then you hit reconciliation. I was like, cool. And every month I did it and it's 0. And I was like, cool. And then I was just as shocked as you were when they were like, it's $35,000 out. Like, what the hell? Where did that come from? Surely it wasn't me. I was reconciliating it.
It's like the new bookkeeper. You see, you want me to pay your super. I normally pay every time Bec gets paid. This is not very often, but no, every time Bec gets paid. In Australia, we have a thing called super, where a percentage on top of her wage gets put away.
Into a little
we have to
account.
put it away for when she gets old and can't walk anymore. But And I already know she's not going to get there. With the amount of wine, she's never going to get to a super. So it's a waste of money. The government's going to take it. Why just let me keep it? Anyway.
Wow.
But our new bookkeeper, no, you only have to legally pay it quarterly. And I said, well, I'm happy paying it each fortnight. No. I'm sort of thinking to myself, because I've had problems with people not doing their super before. Not you.
I know. I used to pay it every fortnight.
Yes. And I got fined because a certain worker didn't do the job she was paid to do, pay her own super. Anyway, so I'm sort of thinking, because I've already got this scaredness in my bones about super, but I can't remember. We've been using this bookkeeper now much more than a quarter. How come we haven't paid a super yet?
No, but that was because they had like a worker that she couldn't...
So?
No, I just think she didn't like tell them. You can't blame them. You can't throw
I am.
them.
They're charging us. If they change workers, they should have sequences in place.
But I don't know what happened, but she very suddenly left.
You didn't start very suddenly. She saw Bec's books. Within a week, Bec's books coming up. That's right. Nobody would, it was sort of she's in a room rocking. She's still rocking. It's padded. She's still rocking back and forth.
Mean. They said that she was on personal leave. No, don't laugh. You don't know what could have happened in her life.
They didn't. I know. I do know what happened in her life. You.
No, you have no. No, you're being mean now.
No. Well, I've never met her.
Me either.
And you drove her over the edge within 1 week.
I spoke to her on the phone and she...
That was all it took.
You're being nasty now. Nasty pasties.
Just be me.
Anyways.
So what are you bringing to the table today?
Pinot Noir.
With an oaky taste.
No, it's no oaky finish.
It's no oaky finish.
A light, fruity, drinkable wine on a, I don't know. I don't know how else to review it. I'm sorry. Maybe I need someone to educate. I don't think there's any educating me. I think
No, you drink it quicker than you can taste it.
No, I don't. All right, I'll savor it.
Testers do not drink half a glass to taste. No, this is just what you do every night to brush your teeth.
That's going to stain my teeth so bad. Why did I do that?
I was just scared that you're going to spit it out all over me.
Oh, goodness, no. That would be a waste.
It would be a waste.
I was going to have to scrub my teeth for like 5 minutes tonight now. Why did I do that? That was a dumb thing to do. What have I brought to the table? I have brought that we had an enjoyable few days in Zurich.
We've already been there. We've done this part.
We are here for the week, and then we go to Geneva on the weekend. So you guys will be hearing this as well on a train to Geneva.
Yes.
Now.
That's if they let you on.
Why wouldn't they?
Last train, I think it was, we were on 8:30 in the morning, and Bec goes, I'm a bit peckish. And she goes up to get it and comes back with a full platter of...
8:30?
Yeah, it was about 8:30 this morning.
No, it wasn't.
A full platter of meats and cheeses and 2 bottles of wine.
We boarded this train at 10:30 from Zurich, and at about...
10:31?
No, at like 11:15, I was like, I'm a little bit peckish.
It was more like 11:45.
No, it wasn't. I looked at the time because I was like, why am I hungry? What's the time? And it was after 11. See, you just are horrible at telling stories.
And not only did she go up to the catering carriage, she made he got the train driver to come down and carry the platter he stopped the train. Everyone had to get off so he could carry her platter down to her table with her 2 bottles of wine. You did? You can't tell me he looked like a train driver.
He was not.
He had a hat on and he had that little broachy thing on his pockets. He was a train driver,
I walked up to the food carriage and I said,
that's right.
Can I please get some food to take away? And I looked at the menu and I saw they had a platter that had meat and cheese and I was like, delicious, can I have that?
I didn't see him hand deliver food to anybody else on the train.
Because no one else went, because there was all these people,
They all carried their food back. You were the only person he left the carriage for, stopped the train.
I didn't stop the train. I went to the restaurant part and it was packed. There wasn't a seat, so I had to stand there at the bar.
Oh, so you were going to go up there and have it without me?
No, I asked them if I
Then
could
why
take
would
it.
you going to be sitting in there?
I wasn't going to be. I'm just saying everyone who wanted food was already sitting there. And so I went up there and I asked if I could please take it back, and he said yes. And then I asked for it, and all I could think of is when me, you, and Anne got the
The
stuff.
smelly sock cheese.
Well, we got the meat and cheese, and they gave us just like a little plastic tub kind of, like they just gave like little compartments. So I thought I was going to get that. I wasn't expecting him to like get out the fine china and put the meat and cheese on that. And then I was waiting, and then the guy who was taking my order was like, "Would you like a drink?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, let's get 2 red wines." Like,
And did you go back to his room?
no.
You're the only one I saw who got the room service.
I didn't
on a
get
train.
room service paid off.
You're
Anyway.
annoying sometimes.
And then he came out with the fine china and the meat and the cheese, and then I was like, "Thank you," and he's like, "No, I carry," and I was like, "It's a few carriages away." He's like, "That's fine."
That's fine. We stop the train and we can get it down to your carriage.
If I didn't want to waste my really nice wine, you'd be wearing it by now.
I'm used to it every day.
Anyway, we got the meat and cheese, and I
Beck
tried...
didn't like anything. She ended up having bread and butter and the plum
the
sauce.
plum chutney.
Yeah.
Well, I tried most things. I tried one of the cheeses, and it smelled like, it tasted like smelly socks. It smelled like smelly socks.
Here we go again. So do you quite often eat smelly socks? So is this what you do in your part-time? Eat smelly socks and taste wood?
Well, like, when like sometimes like a scent is so strong you can taste it? It's like that with the smelly cheese.
Yeah, I suppose your shoes can get a bit high sometimes.
They can,
Yeah, I know. There's
Like-
one pair of shoes of yours that you don't even need to take it off some days.
Oh,
They
really?
gets out of jail on
I
its
think
own.
that's a pair of my sneakers.
Yes, it is a pair of your sneakers.
my
I think
Adidas
the
ones.
ones that might need to be maybe washed.
Yeah, I think it's my Adidas ones. Those ones, yeah.
Anne didn't put any of her cheese in it, did she?
It's pretty stinky. Thanks for telling everyone this, by the way. You've never
What?
told me this privately.
So I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
So we'll just tell the world. By the way, I can smell your feet when you wear those certain runners.
They're your fans. They want to know everything about you. Just like the guy in Old Town in Zurich, you needed to go right through your entire life with him.
And you say I'm chaotic when we travel. This is unhinged. Oh my God. Anyway,
my
the
God.
cheese was smelly, and then because I'd like picked it up with my fingers, like could just smell the
And
cheese.
then you said it infected the meat, and now the meat
and
was
I tried to
smelly.
eat the meat, and then I was like, "Ugh." So, and then like with just I could just smell the foot smell from the cheese. And then I tried the other cheeses, and I liked the camembert. That was kind of
Not normal for you.
no, I like brie more than camembert. But the camembert was quite nice. It wasn't like, it didn't have that bitter aftertaste like most camemberts.
I preferred the camembert. Yes.
But I quite liked that. But yes, I did opt for the bread and butter and then put
Yes.
the jam on it. I'm sorry, I'm 5.
Yes.
Well, my taste buds are 5.
I'm waiting for one of these 3 robotic lawnmowers to take off. They're all in their charging stations.
They're sleeping.
When we arrived first, they were all mowing the lawns out here.
Yeah, they were working and now they're sleeping. It's like me on the weekend. I work and then I sleep. They're having a
It's
break.
not a weekend. In fact, it is like you on a weekday.
Hey, it's 6:27. I don't work at 6:27.
You don't work at 5:20. You don't work at 3:20. You don't work at 2:27.
Yes, I do.
No,
I
you
do.
don't. 2:27. You've already gone. A tipping point's coming on soon. I better get refreshed and ready for the show to start.
No, I don't. I think I better hurry up and get ready. What else do I have to do?
Oh, let's do the books. Oh, yeah, just put 0 on them and send them to the accountant.
No, I'm normally, what is very important, because then when tipping point comes, I leave my non-important brain dead jobs for when tipping point's on, because it's brain dead jobs.
So you're calling your job with me is non-important brain dead?
No, I'm saying
job.
There are certain tasks I have that I can do that are a little bit like, I can kind of zombie do them. Like, they're not really like...
What, when you answer people's emails? Sorry, everybody. You're digging yourself a good hole today. I'm loving this. Not important brain dead people out there.
No.
You shouldn't say that. You can be cancelled for saying that.
You're the one making me get cancelled. There are just certain things that I can do that I'm just so used to doing that I'm like, but then I do.
You haven't gone, well, like what? You haven't gone anywhere yet.
I don't sit there and like glue my eyes to tipping point. I do watch it intermittently.
Yes.
I just really like the ending. The ending's my favourite. I want to see if they're going to get the jackpot.
Well, why don't you save me 25 minutes of good working time and only watch the ending?
Because I don't take breaks during the day. I don't take a 15-minute morning break. I don't take a lunch break, and I don't take a 15-minute afternoon break.
Yeah, but there's a reason.
I only get paid for 70 hours a week.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. That's what's in my job.
No, that's what you put in. I never put that in there.
I didn't put that in. Someone else put that in there.
No, you're on salary.
Yeah, no, but it says 70 hours a week. 1 hour of unpaid breaks a day.
No.
That's what's in there. You can go check.
Well, I didn't put it in there.
I didn't either.
Sorry,
Someone
who's
else
done your pay?
The person who set it up, who was...
Oh, the person that quit just after you got employed.
Yes, who set it all up
Within
for
a week
me.
of you. So there's a thing going. So we employed my old assistant and assistant. And within a month, that assistant quit. And we got a new bookkeeper. And within a week, she's sitting in a room somewhere rocking. Can you see there's something in common?
No, but I didn't put it in. I didn't put it in there.
Anyway, you're on what's called a salary, which is a yearly pay, not an hourly pay. So it doesn't matter how many hours I make you work. You don't get paid by the hours. Well, same as Jared. He doesn't get paid by the hour. He has got a yearly contract.
I don't do math. The books were $35,000 out.
I don't do math. I don't do figures. Oh, we missed out. We're supposed to go to a restaurant last night in Barcelona, wasn't it? She books a restaurant for last night in Barcelona, and she booked it yesterday. And then they wouldn't let her cancel because she couldn't speak Spanish over the phone.
I was trying to change it, and they were so rude to me. I was like, they answered.
So she got somebody else who was from Barcelona, who lives in Zurich now. So he rang up for you, and Bec told him the date that she wanted to book it. So he did, and then Bec goes, "Oh, hang on a minute, wrong month, right day, wrong month."
I'm really not good with numbers.
Sorry, months, January, February, March. There's no numbers in that.
Yeah, no, but I'm like...
I thought you said that you only talk about dates.
Well, okay, I just cooked it. I cooked it really bad because I thought we were going to be in Barcelona in June, and we're not. We're going to be there in May. So I just cooked it, all right? Sue me.
Oh, can I?
No, please don't. I don't. Are you still...
What are you looking at?
I'm checking my recordings. Is still
You're
on.
checking your record. Yeah, we're using our little zooms. Oh, my battery's going a bit red.
See, this is... Oh, shit, sorry, I just touched the microphone.
So I should change my battery, otherwise maybe people are sick and tired of hearing me.
No, what am I going to talk about? My Little Pony?
No, well, I can't do that. We have to change together, otherwise I can't get my sync to work.
All right.
So we need to...
What about the silly things you do?
Yeah, I do. No, I 100% agree. I employ you every single day. Every single day. It's sort of like that movie, Groundhog Day. Every morning, why did I employ her? And every day I have to go through the same thing.
You gave me a really nice backhanded compliment, and I really enjoyed it.
I lied.
No, you said to me, you were like, I could employ someone that could do your job 10 times better than you could.
Yes.
But I would be bored.
Yeah. I'd be bored and I have so much time on my hands. I wouldn't have to fix everything that takes me 5 times. I could have done it myself in a quarter of the time, and now to fix it, it takes me about 5 times the time. Now I need to employ an assistant to help me fix what's been done.
And you said that, and I was like, oh, really? Thank you. It made me feel so special.
So special.
You'd be bored without me. Aww. I know you could find someone to do my job better than I can. But you'd be bored without me. Aww, thank you. That would feel really good. That's maybe a backhanded compliment. I loved it.
You loved it.
I was like when I told my friend that he's not special because he was...
He's not special. Is this a poor guy that's running around, can't find somewhere to live?
Goose.
Yeah.
No, he's found somewhere to live.
Oh.
No, because we were at a festival and he was getting all... I don't know, he's got a thing with cops. He doesn't like cops and he was all scared of cops looking at him and stuff. And
He's cop phobic.
yeah.
He most likely wants to be a cop. Any money, he wants to be a cop.
Really?
Yeah, he's cop phobic. It's like the homophobes who are trying to hide who they really are. He really wants to be a cop. He's got a phobic about it.
He doesn't... I think he's had like problems with them in the past, and so he was kind of freaking out about cops being everywhere, and I was just like, they're not going to single you out. Like, you're not special.
They might.
Like, you just look like everyone else here.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer or someone. He looks like a psycho killer. They're not going to single you out.
I was like, they're not just going to come out of nowhere and tackle you to the ground. Like, you're not special. You just...
How do you know that already hasn't happened to him?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I think that's why...
That's already happened to him.
I don't know
That's
what's
why
happened. But that's why I was just reassuring him. I was like, you're not special. And he's like, really? I was like, you look like everyone else here. Like, you're just a normal person at a festival. You're not special. It's fine.
Does he do green stuff a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, super paranoid. This is why at the age of 15 I stopped, because I would be walking home from school thinking I'm going to get arrested because the next car that drove past me was an unmarked police car and, he's a stoner.
Well, it's when I was like, you actually just look like everyone else. You're not special. He's like, oh, are you really? I was like, yes. Like, you just look like a normal person. And he's, thank you so much. I was like, I never thought telling one of my best friends that he's not special would be the biggest compliment ever. So, I'll tell you that more often. It's fine. Backhanded compliments.
I suppose we should talk something about photography.
Yeah, sure.
That's about all I've got. No, I was just going to bring up one little thing.
One little thing. Yeah, we haven't really. This has been a total shit talk. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's just been Bec making me.
I am special.
I know you're not that special.
I'm actually very special.
Yes, there's a bus that you should have been put under.
Strawberry flavoured windows.
Strawberry flavoured windows. No, it was really, really interesting. 2 of the people on the workshop yesterday. We have an engineer who maybe spent a little bit of time in his life in camera clubs and can only look at pictures in the eyes.
Oh, I overheard
and
you.
then his best mate is the complete opposite.
Yeah.
And it was so funny.
Yeah, I overheard a little bit of that.
But it was so funny. It's just, they're like best of friends, but they're so different in the way. And I did my talk and showing about every single rule that sort of you hear, I show pictures that
The
break
focusing.
the rules really badly, and they're all sitting there scratching their head going, but the rule says, but I can't stop looking at that, which is against what the rule says I should be looking at. And all that, and he's sitting there going, with his hands, trying to block the screen. He goes, because she has that bit of curved hair, it's drawing my eye into her. So I just did the simple thing of dropped a piece of paper in front of half the screen to block her and said, look, picture didn't change. He goes, yeah, well, she's not in it anymore. His mate going, that's incredible. I'm looking at the picture and did not change. You've just covered half the picture up. We cut one complete person out of the picture, which was the one that was sharp, the brightest, super in focus, bright. But when you cover her up, the picture didn't change. I still only see the out of focus, darker girl in the background. And then I covered up the out of focus girl in the background, and the I can't remember his name. He goes, oh, that changed a lot. And then it was really weird how
Light bulb moment.
No, it was because it was more the fact that the way he looked at photography was only through how he'd been taught to look at photography. He was never taught to look at the picture. But once you blocked out obvious photography things, all of a sudden he saw the picture. And then once I lift the paper away again, he goes, oh, I can only see her now. And I think that it's that left-hand brain, right-hand brain and all of that sort of thing. And at the end of the workshop, he came up and gave me a big handshake and nearly a hug. No, but it was sort of like, it's really, really hard because most of his life he's just been told, you do this, this has to be this has... He said, you've just shown me a whole heap of things that contradict everything I've ever been taught. And at the start of the day, all I want to do is fight against it. But the more you show, the more my brain's going, he got you on that one. Yep, he beat me there too. I don't know what to say because that line has to be straight. But if that's straight, all these other lines are now crooked. No. What's more important, one straight line or one crooked line or 14 crooked lines?
It's like the horizon with me.
And it was amazing. He's there and I could see him putting his hands to crop it with his hands. You see him do that and he goes, oh. I see him go back there. Yeah, I'll get the horizon straight, but the picture looks horrible now.
That's cool. I like it when you do that.
No, I really liked it because he pretty much was saying he's been struggling with his photography for a long time. He is chasing all these rules, and he agreed. He said he watches movies and he can't really watch the story anymore. He's too busy criticising what he says is bad cinematography.
I heard you ask that question, and I'm sure it might have because I didn't know what was going on because I was hiding away organising restaurant reservations and Paris
You're
models
watching
and
Tipping
stuff.
Point on my computer in Australia.
I wasn't.
I'm going to check what
I
time.
was trying to lock in just like a few little things for us. But I overheard you say, I can guarantee you watch movies and you're looking at the lighting or the cinematography and the colouring and this, that and the other, or the catch light in their eye. You're not watching the movie, you're looking at all these little things. And like, I find myself doing that sometimes, but when I find myself doing that, it means I'm bored with the movie.
Yeah, I don't like when I used to, I don't seem to do it anymore. I think because I just say, no, experience what the director's trying to put through to you. And this was another thing that got to me. I said, look, you've got these directors like Tarantino and that'll film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He'll go out and find the lenses that are going to give the look for that. And they've got so bad distortions and things like that. And I said to him, perfection is imperfection. And he's there and his head's going, think of a diamond. The most expensive diamonds have a flaw which you'll put a colour, but a perfect diamond it's
just clear.
That's a piece of glass.
Yeah.
And he goes, Swarovski.
Yeah.
And he goes, I get it. I said, you've got to have some, and that's why some of the best lenses in the world are ones with these really bad flaws, but it puts this emotional mood into it. And I would say some of the most played guitars or instruments in the world maybe technically aren't the best perfect, like acoustically perfect instrument, but they have a sound and people like that sound.
I just found the best way to tie up this is that's why I am the greatest, because I am flawed. Because if I was...
No, I understand that, but every country we go to, you don't need to stand in a square and say, who wants my autograph? And then this poor guy walking a baby through the town, and you just harassed him to the point that he just said, here's 20 balls, can you leave me alone? I'll try and video the next time she does this for you.
Thank God. I am a little diamond.
You're a little diamond, all right.
A little flawed diamond.
Flawed. you know the thing called fool's gold?
I heard the phrase, I don't know what it means.
I've got some at home. I think I showed you some.
Did you?
I've got a fool's gold rock at home.
Oh.
Well, it's a sort of a mica. It looks sort of like a gold, but it's a little bit not gold, but it's called fool's gold. Your fool's diamond. Someone walks along the beach and finds this diamond glittering, and then this is special. I said, no, it's just a broken wine bottle. No, it's a broken wine bottle. It's a bit of glass off a broken wine bottle.
Jared found this is special. I will take this one. I like it. Bless.
You'll like it, bless. But anyway.
We should.
We should. Yes. If you I will finish off on something because okay. I think I've spoken about before, but I have had more on the plane. I spent a bit of time looking at it. Getting back to doing what you really want to do is more important than anything else.
Yeah.
And that shoot I did with Shay, which is now on YouTube, and is the better part of it on Inspire. What was that?
I was going to coach you up.
Oh, might be haunted here. In fact, they sort of look like old monastery buildings. There's a white jacket up in the window. There's our old bookkeeper. Anyway, we'll get off that. You've messed me up again.
You were talking of getting back to what you love.
Yeah.
Patrick's over there.
Yeah. Doing the thing with Shay and reproducing what we did 10 years ago, but then putting my small twist, and then definitely doing that thing with Anne. Like, I absolutely loved reshooting that, even though Anne and I were headbutting each other with fun. The images, I just look at the images, and for 10 or 12 years, I've been looking at the image I've taken at hate, and everyone else loves it, and now I look at the image that I absolutely love, and I can't stop looking at it, but I'm going to get that blog finished in about 2 weeks. I'll have that blog finished. I can't wait to put it up because it's my real
cool
stuff.
Cool.
Anyway, I'm making lots of really sharp noises with that thing, which will be really annoying.
And you're going to complain about it.
I'm just not going to listen to the sound. Don't let everybody else annoy it. Especially people with the ear pods in. They'll be jogging away and go click.
You have to go at me for playing with my hair, and then you do that for like the whole time.
Well, I have nothing else to play with.
You don't have to play with anything.
Can you wrap this up, please?
We will see you next week when we are in somewhere. We'll be in Barcelona. We will be.
Yeah, we'll be Barcelona.
We'll be in
Is that where
Barcelona.
we're going to record it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we get there
That's
Monday.
right. We get there Monday. We can record it that week.
Sweet.
Oh, Barcelona. That'd be cool. We can do a tapas table.
Hell yeah. All right.
Oh, we're staying in Gothic Town.
Quarter.
Oh, that's going to be fun. Yeah, looking
we'll
forward.
see you next week, guys.
See you.